Jennifer Lopez is on the phone right now. Jen, how are you? Hello.
Hi, baby.
Thank you for a wonderful, amazing seat next to you at your birthday. I was so blessed to be next to the princess and the king and the queen. That was fun.
Yes, it was so much fun. I had a great time. It was a good birthday.
I was nervous about making it home on time because you guys went, I thought I was there for the meat of it, and then you guys went into it late night, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, after you left, it got turned.
That's what happens. That's what happens. I just want to say this. I know there's nothing you can say to this when I say it, and we're going to talk about Hustlers in a second, but I have heard and seen that there's some buzz about you in this movie that has to do with the Academy Awards. And I get chills. I'm serious, and I get chills even saying it because it's so wonderful, and you deserve it. And I was going to text you, but let me just say I'm happy to hear that, and no one deserves it more than you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I'm so overwhelmed. I mean, I just you're right. There's nothing to say except it's amazing to be in that conversation, for people to be saying that, and we're really happy. I produced this film with Elaine, and we shot it in 29 days, and I had to learn how to pole dance, and I was all bruised. I think I saw you when I was all bruised up. Did I not?
You came in the studio, yeah.
And I was like, I'm beat up. I'm trying to learn this pole dancing for this character I'm playing. And just to have everybody first loving the movie and then talking about my performance in that way is really like, what? Oh, my God.
But you get a sense, Jen, don't you get a sense, Jennifer Lopez on this, you get a sense, when something's feeling good for you, don't you? I mean, even though it's 29 days and it's a hustle, but...
Yeah, no. And it was a lot of hard work, and we had so much to do in those days. But, you feel like there's something cool going on. Definitely, there was that sense. And, I mean, and once we got, all the girls, when all the girls were on set, and it was me and Constance and Kiki and Lily Reinhardt and Cardi and Lizzo and Trace Lissette. I mean, and it just went on and on. You could feel it. There was a bubbling energy about this, and the story we were trying to tell, and the way that, it was being shot, all of it was just like, okay, this is hot. This is going to be something cool.
Talking about Hustlers, and the jumping off point was, it's based on a true story, and there was an article in New York Magazine a while back that went into the details of all of this, the seduction and, the patrons being drugged and scammed and all of that grit, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that kind of attracted me to it, is that it actually happened. This was happening. It's real. And for me, it's about getting into that and telling it in the most truthful way. And my character, Ramona, as nurturing and as cool as she is, and even loving as she is an absolute savage. And that, and I had never played anybody like that before. Yeah. And, and it just goes to you don't always get all the opportunities that you want when you're an actress. You know what I mean? Like, I would have loved to have that part or that part or that part, and you don't get it. But that's one of the great things about producing and being entrepreneurial. You go, we're gonna find this, we're gonna create this, we're gonna write this, and then you get to play a part that you never would have got, but is perfect for you, and you get to really sink your teeth into, and that's the exciting stuff.
Well, as an entrepreneur and a producer, Sissy and I are waiting for our big break. So if you read anything or see anything you think fits the bill, we are, we're always waiting.
Yeah. Right.
Jennifer Lopez here. Let's take a quick break and come back. Jennifer Lopez on with us. Hustlers is in theaters this Friday. Now, just a couple of things as I was reading up on you. They say in some of these articles that you visited strip clubs with Alex as part of the R&D. Yeah?
Yes, for sure. I mean, you can't just make believe you understand something when you've never really done it. You have to go in, you have to talk to people, you have to get into the psyche of why people choose to do certain things and what it's like and how it feels and, what it's like on a working night, what it's like on a not working night. All of those things are so important. And, it's different for everybody, just like in any job. Like, you have 5 radio hosts, but all of them do it for a different reason, but they love this, you know what I mean? And some of them do it, and it's the same thing with dancers, with exotic dancers and strippers. They all do it for different reasons. And, and there's a different kind of allure and draw to it, and you choose it for your character, like what is that going to be and what serves the story the best. And for sure, me and Alex went to the club, and he went with me, and he was like, yeah, I know about this stuff. He was like, I used to be in scores all the time.
Were you guys like front and center?
When I was a player.
Were you guys like front and center, or were you like off to the side?
No, we were off to the side.
Okay.
You know, I really just wanted to observe and see, because I didn't hang out in clubs, in strip clubs a whole bunch. So I really needed to do like from the ground up research. So yeah.
So now having an appreciation for all the different stories that are part of these different dancers around the country and the world, is it fine for Alex to go alone or with me, or is it just...
No, you know that.
Okay. So
there'll be none of that. There'll be none of that.
No, lowering the boom on that. Now, this is another thing that we heard about, that you had a chance to meet RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I did, and it was awesome.
Blown away by her documentary, and obviously the impact that she has had. Did she give you advice, or what did she have to say? What was that like for you?
Well, it was funny because when we were the weekend Alex proposed and we got engaged, we watched her documentary, and you've seen it, so you know there's an amazing love story in there between her and her husband, and a beautiful marriage. And so when we were both kind of got fascinated by watching the documentary, and when I was on tour and we went to Washington, I said, we should see her. We should talk to her. We should try to meet her. And I invited her to the concert, and obviously she was like, oh, that's a little too late for me, but but why don't you come by my chambers? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So we went to meet her and sat with her one afternoon, and we had a beautiful visit. We talked a lot about life and the world and what's going on with things, and it was amazing. And then Alex was like, we got engaged, and that's the weekend when we watched your documentary. And I said, what would be we loved Marty, like what would be your advice? And she was like, I'll tell you what my mother-in-law told me on my wedding day. Sometimes it's good to be a little deaf. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And then sometimes if there's an unkind word or you say something out of anger, it's better just to let it go.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. She didn't say anything about blind, though.
It's true. The love story was what struck me that I wasn't aware of. And also their remarkable support for each other when someone needed to be focused on something for their own profession.
Right. The selflessness of loving somebody enough to let them shine and building them up. And, that reminds me of Alex. I always tell him, I was like, you're my Marty, because he really does just support me, and he's always there. And he's not one of these people who gets afraid of a woman who has, a lot of, shine around them, or a lot of attention, let's say, or a lot going on. He's not afraid of that, and he actually celebrates it, and it's so beautiful. So yeah, I feel really lucky to have found that.
Jen, I gotta ask you, mom to mom, and actually twin mom to twin mom.
Yes.
I have boy-girl twins. They're almost 18 months old. What is some advice that you could give me as far as what the proper age to maybe separate them into separate rooms? Because right now they're sharing a room, but did your kids?
Mine were always in separate cribs. And
yeah,
then
separate cribs.
Yeah, always. From the beginning, I didn't want them to be too dependent on each other, but I wanted them to be close. Yeah. And then once they got to, I guess they were about, I think around 2 years old, they were in separate rooms already.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. But they were right next door to each other, but definitely it was early. It was early.
And then how do you deal with picky eaters? For example, my boy, Maxon, he loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But Asa does not like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So to make it easier for me, I just don't ever make them PB&Js because I'm not going to make them.
Eliminate that choice.
I do, but is that wrong that I'm doing that?
I don't think there's any right and wrong. I think, it's so funny. It's like, what is the right thing? You have to feel it out yourself. You do what you got to do to survive when you're a mom. You know what I mean? It's the hardest job in the world, and all you want to do is get it right.
I know.
Right? And at the end of the day, you do the best you can.
All right. Love talking to you. I know you've got to run on. We will make sure that people know Hustlers in theaters this Friday. Jennifer Lopez.
This Friday.
I'm seeing you soon, okay?
Yes, baby.
All right.
Love you.
Thanks for calling. You take care.
Bye.
She dropped her phone.